I got the A, bruh, but I didn't get A, bruh. A, bruh. Like, I missed that, and I was like, fuck, how did I miss that? God damn. Because sometimes, I don't know if you ever be sitting around writing some shit, and you're like, man, nobody's gonna get this shit. And then you're like, all right, well, let me just try it and see if anybody does. But that's kind of the beauty of wordplay. Sometimes people ain't gonna get it the first listen. They'll get it the second, third, fourth, fifth listen. Oh, you talking about me? It was actually, Dre had the sample like years ago, right? And he made a beat to it. And one day it just popped in my head. I can't remember why. So I hit him and I was like, yo, whatever happened to that beat? And he was like, oh, it's still around. But the beat was different. I just updated a little bit with some drums and shit. But like it was based off that I started thinking like, yo, that whole concept is crazy. Like music to be murdered by. Like, I wonder if I could play off this whole Alfred Hitchcock thing. And then Dre started hitting me with ideas. It was like, yo, you need to listen to this album that he has. So he sent me the link to that. And I started listening, and I was like, yo, I could base this whole album off that. There was actually some stuff that didn't make it on there that I was trying to get on there, but we couldn't really work it out with the sample clearing. Had it even more intertwined than it was. You know, pick and choose the best pieces to put on there, just for sampling issues and shit. But yeah, I feel like you know, there's a certain kind of fan that will get that, and there's a certain kind of fan that might just be the average listener who, you know, they like hip hop and it sounds good, something sounds good, but they might not understand exactly what. But that's what's dope about those reaction videos, and also the people who break down the lyrics. Okay, he was hitting these syllable schemes right here. Every single syllable, there's 5 syllables, and he was hitting these right here. And he started a new syllable scheme, rhymed with that syllable scheme, and then came back at the end and rhymed with the you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that helps people, like, but we joke about that shit all the time, because it's like, you and him, to me, make verses that, even if you lay them first, they're untoppable. So it's like, I can only hope to tie at best. Same thing, it's like, that's the beauty to me of the craft of emceeing, is that. Hell yeah. And I know it's important to you because it's what makes rap fun, right? So sometimes we might not move to like, not to write a song that might not have a message to it. Not really be saying anything, but it's more about the craft, and we're just trying to go hard as we can go, you know? And I think that to me is what makes it fun. Down with this scheme and figure it out. But that's to me, man, is the beauty of this culture. Every time something new comes out like that, you're always like my mindset is like, yo, I gotta try to top that. I could never like imagine, like for me, what's crazier about it to me is like being able to meet my childhood idols, being able to sit down with LL Cool J, right? My favorite rappers of all time ever. When I made the Relapse album, he sat in the car, in the truck, and we drove around, and he listened to the whole album. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, I don't even know what to say, because I don't want to play myself. Before he got out the truck, I was like, yo, man, I just want to say, like, what you mean to me, man. Trying to, like, not make it come off sappy, but I was just like, yo, man, I'm a stan of you. But just to sit there and be like, all right, 15, 16-year-old Marshall, thinking that could actually happen one day. We'll be sitting in the car. LL's gonna be sitting around in the car with me, and he's listening to my album. Fuck out of here. Like, that to me, like, meeting Dre was just like, holy shit. I'm so in love with this art form, right? And I'm so passionate about it because it's really the only thing that I ever was good at. You know what I'm saying? Like aside from basketball, I'm amazing at that. But nah, it just, you know, I just love it. I love to watch, like, you know, like the YBN Cordays come up, and you're like, oh shit, he's gonna be the next. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a craft that, you know, I don't know if I've mastered it yet, but I'm still trying to figure shit out. As long as I've been in the game, I'm always trying to figure out new flow patterns and, you know what I'm saying, like new cadences and shit, and still trying to always get it right, you know? Because it's like, I making an album, I don't always get it right. I don't always get every song right. I don't know if I've got a chance to say this yet, but the funny shit is, like, I with the whole beef of a certain person, I never said I wasn't a guest. Like, I'm absolutely a guest. Like, I never said I wasn't. And I never said I was king of anything.